Right, so I've got her in. We had problems with this the other week where she wasn't running right. And she was splitting and farting. I had a lad come out called Paul Howard, who's a Merc mechanic. He worked for AC Price before, and then went on his own. So Paul came out and tried to help me out with the problems we were having. We had all these pipes off that came to this primer pump, because I thought it was a primer pump, and even he said some of them don't feel right with that. So I ordered that new one, put that on, didn't work. We had the pipes off, and it was actually priming, but it wouldn't prime the system up. So what we did was we changed that banjo bolt there. Now that's actually a pressure relief banjo with a ball bearing in it and a little seal. I think there's a little seal. What happens is when you prime up the system, the overflow or the extra diesel goes back into the returns. So it's basically excess. So we had that apart. We even tried the excess from the injectors, which is that pipe, which actually goes to the in feed and not the return, which I thought it was. Checked all them pipes. We still had a problem that the diesel wasn't coming through, so we ended up taking the tank off. So I had to slide that out, get the sender unit out. What he did say was on the pickup of the sender unit, one shorter than the other. So the long one is the pickup pipe and the shorter one is a return pipe. And he said I might have got that wrong, checked that, wasn't that. Well, there was something blocking the pickup pipe. It turned out this tank was full of crap. So at the end of the pickup pipe there's a little filter, and that filter was jam-packed full of rubbish. So we dumped out the tank because it was stupid not to. And that is what we found in the bottom. Just horrid. So that is the, a bit of diesel bug in there, and a bit of water, and God knows what else. So it ain't pretty. So what I've been doing this morning is actually filtering it out. You can see in there, there's a lot of crap in there. Unfortunately, there's too much just to dump. I think there's about half a tank in there, which is about 60 odd litres. So that got filled to the brim. That container got some, and that oil can's full of it as well. So what I'm going to do is tip that into that, which is me get rid of job. That can go into there, settle out, and then I can go back through and try and filter it and put it back in the Trac, because I think that's a 25 litre drum. And don't really want to spend, throw away 40 quid's worth of diesel at the moment. So that'll do for that. There are a few more jobs I need to get done, but what I'd like to do is get those on this afternoon. Right, well, my kettle's just boiling, so I can have some lunch. I thought I'd just do a bit of an update on my steps. They're in. So there is a top panel to go in there, but what I have done is I've lost the wing nuts for it. I think the wing nuts anyway, I'm pretty sure they were. There's supposed to be a pair of them in there that holds that top panel on, and the colour is completely and utterly different. I'll grab it. Completely and utterly different to every other bloody colour that's on tractor. So it's the tank side, 'cause it's got a big hole in filler. But that just kind of goes in there. I would do if I got it properly on, but colours are all a bit different. But annoyingly, don't know why you can see that. That's completely different colour to that. That's the same. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about that, to be fair. I'm painting it ass. They are supposed to be a RAL colour, but looks like something's gone a bit awry. So anyway, that's that one done. Bolted in. I've actually tapped these out to an M10. I'm not entirely sure what size I was supposed to be in the first place, but it's now rock solid, and I'm quite happy with them. Steps are back on. These are the original ones that my mate powder coated for us sandblasted and powder coated. All bolted on with stainless steel, and yeah, looks quite good. So this side's been a bit of a pain in the ass, to be fair. I'll sit down. Ooh. Right, so with this one, well, they're at the top. Sides, these are at the top, so they're just locating and locking with a little tab. Like the opposite on that side. I can show you quite well. So they're quite a nice little system, so it just drops down to get to the battery. But the bottom ones, I'm trying to work out what they are. So there's one fitting there and one fitting on that side. That one I've actually just had to drill out because, well, it was rotten to buggery. Just trying to find where it was now. Ooh, there it is. So that's the stub of it, which is what looks like a nut and probably a bolt on it. But it's completely juiced, and this is the other side. So that actually came through on that side, and that was the bolt head. And I think they are actually threaded all the way, because that looks like a thread. So yeah, they're out. So I've got to try and do now is work out what I'm going to do with these. I don't think I can tap them. I've got an M10 tap, but I think that one's well wallowed out. I don't think that'll be far off either. Oh no, that one would take one. Oh no, it won't. Right, so yeah, both wallowed out. So that's an M10. I could find an M12, but I don't think I've got any 12 bolts. And they really want a shoulder on them. The other ones on the other side are just bolts, so I might have to change them at some point. Right, that's it. They're both done. That panel obviously needs painting yet. I've got one bolt to put into there, but there's no nut for it. Ridge plate keeps rattling. And that side's done, but I've lost the little wing nuts for there, so I need to get hold of a couple of them. But she's looking better anyway. Obviously quarter panel as well. So yeah, that's all very much. Catch you later.